How's it, guys, and welcome back to another video here at Great Danish Reviews in proud partnership with Change Cars, South Africa's safest online platform where you can buy and sell cars, where you can also get yourself a Chery, but not just any Chery, because today I'm here at the launch of Chery's Tiggo 9 plug-in hybrid. So some quick little rapid fire information for you before we get too deep into the review. This is a plug-in hybrid. It's a 7-seater. It's a 1.5 litre petrol engine mated to 3 electric motors. Some are generating power, some are putting out power, giving you a combined output of about 455 kilowatts and 920 Newton meters of torque. So that's some big power numbers. Also, I think sending you to 100 kilometers an hour in around 5 seconds or so, but I'll put the actual figure on screen for you to check out. And then from a fuel consumption point of view, you could probably look at around numbers of 5.5 liters. Now that's a number that Chery themselves have said that they've tested and at what they've got. Now, right now, I'm averaging just over 7. I was just below 7 earlier, averaging about 3.5 liters just from the petrol engine itself. So the more we drive here, I've got it in normal, I don't have it in eco, but I'm hoping that the numbers are gonna come down slightly too. So yeah, I mean, if you can also look at getting a full kind of range of about 1,400 odd kilometers out of one tank of fuel, obviously topping up on charge and the car recharging some of the battery as you go, I think that that's also quite an impressive number. So let me quickly take you to the presentation and tell you a little bit more about this car than what I haven't spoken about now already. And one more thing I need to tell you, later on in the video, we are also going to be witnessing a crash test of one of these. So if you've ever been a little bit sus about the structural integrity and the safety systems of not necessarily Chery, but any cars coming from China, then hopefully this will debunk some of those thoughts that you might have, and I'm excited to see how that goes down. It sounds a bit weird to be excited to watch a crash, but it should be cool. Okay, and now taking a quick look at the presentation and everything that they wanted to show us and tell us all about the new Chery Tiggo 9 plug-in hybrid. Starting off with the platform that this car is built on, and this is the T2X super platform. Very versatile, with the ability to build a whole bunch of different cars off of the same platform, which also sounds really efficient. And then moving on to more information about the car and some specs. And I know I've already mentioned quite a few of these, but if you want to know more, then hit the pause button here and have a quick look around. I will also be mentioning a whole bunch more of these throughout the course of the video. And then a quick recap on the facts about the car. So 0 to 100 in 5.4 seconds, 5.5 liters per 100 fuel consumption, 1,400 kilometers in terms of range, and a pure EV range of 170 kilometers. Now, I did mention this car's power figures, which was 455 kilowatts and 920 Newton meters of torque, but the reason you're able to get to those figures is because this car has got 3 different drive motors, okay, and an engine. So here you can clearly see how they're able to put that figure together and come to that total power output. So drive motor 1, drive motor 2, and drive motor 3 all combined give you obviously the total output of the car, taking into account that drive motor 1 is also just there as a generator, so I'm sure that that's just generating power for the car and building up the battery more than it is actually propelling the car forward. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of that. And then a question that I get asked a lot is, how long does it take to charge these cars? Well, here's 3 different scenarios. Scenario number 1 on the left is a normal 3-point plug charger plugged into your car, which will take about 8.5 hours, only giving out about 3.5 kilowatts of power. And then onto the middle one, which is going to be a wall charger, giving you double the amount of power at 7 kilowatts. And that's going to take about 5.5 hours to kind of give you all the energy that you need in the battery. And then onto scenario number 3, which is going to be a quick charger at 41 kilowatts or more. It's going to charge the car in about 25 minutes if you had to charge it from 30 to 80%. So the more kilowatts you've got, the quicker the charge is going to be. And I also get a lot of questions, and I'm glad that they're covering it here, about what happens with these electric cars when they submerge the batteries at the bottom underwater. Well, they're all properly insulated, so you never have to worry about that. Here they've even built this car to withstand the depths of about 0.5 meter. If you had to go in water, everything will be fine here. And something cool that I've noticed about the built-in navigation, because I haven't set up the CarPlay and stuff yet, is what you see on the big screen, you can also have shown on the digital display in front of the driver as well, so you can quickly navigate to those settings by using the buttons over here and holding one of them, and it brings up the full screen for you right in front of the driver too. And I can see it on my heads-up display as well, so there should be no reason to miss a turn like I have done a few times. Okay, now with all of that power, I thought I'd quickly do a bit of a launch. I don't even know if it's got launch control, so I'm going to see here. I'm going to put it into sport mode, which you'll probably hear.
Sport mode. Sport mode.
There we go. Launch control, normally foot flat. No, okay, no launch control. So it's going to wait for a gap and then put foot. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's not too bad. It wasn't as instant as what I was hoping for. You can hear everything moving around there. It wasn't as instant as what I was hoping for. But once you get on the power and the engine and batteries are kind of sending you forward, you can feel the car even doing this as you go, and you can then obviously feel some decent power. So that's pretty impressive. Again, remember, it's big and it's heavy. So yeah, man, well done, Chery. And then a quick little update in terms of the comfortability and driving inside here. I think it's Tiggo 9. It's going to be a flagship car for them, so it has to be comfortable, and it definitely is. The suspension's really good. It absorbs pretty much all the road imperfections. It's super quiet inside here. No wind noise off of the side mirrors. You can barely hear the tires depending on if you're going on a rough surface or not, but that's understandable. But generally speaking, it's really comfortable. I'm in a really nice seating position. As you'll see when we do a walk around of the car, the seats are going to be fully electronic adjustable as well, so you can get into a nice little position you're driving. And yeah, seats are comfortable, and I'm sure all 6 people that you'll have with you in the car will be just as comfortable too. Climate controls, all of that. Really nice place to be, and it definitely feels like a flagship car from Chery. And here we are taking a quick look at what the outside of this Tiggo 9 looks like, and it is substantially bigger than what you would normally find even in a Tiggo 8 Pro Max. I mean, this car is much bigger. It's a full 7-seater, and from the front you're going to be able to find a much bigger grille. You can still see that this car lives within the Chery brand, because it still signifies everything that a Chery is, especially from that grille design. Obviously the logo up front here, and the shape of these headlights, which have also got some nice daytime running lights built into the front of the bumper here, giving it that little bit of EV-ness to it that you would find from EVs. Is that they always got some sort of signature light design. It's also got a really nice matte grey paintwork. I quite like it. I'm not a fan of actually owning matte paint, because I've just had some bad experiences in the past, but that's probably just me. And then coming down the side of the car here, you're going to find some 20-inch wheels. Yeah, these things are really big, but they don't feel like they're 20 inches because they're on a car that also looks really big too. So I don't know, the proportions, they've got it absolutely nailed. I don't think that it looks weird in any sort of way. Speaking of those tires, when driving the car, it doesn't necessarily feel like you're driving on 20s. So the tires and the rubber that they've got on there is also, it works really well. They've got Kumo tires on here, so that's a pretty well-known brand, so at least they've put that on and not some weird no-name tires that people haven't heard before. Then coming down the side of the car here, you're going to find some door handles that'll go flush against the body to obviously give it that sleek design. And then around here at the back, you're going to find a light bar that we're used to seeing on cars these days. It looks quite cool. There's no sign of any exhaust or even fake exhaust, so that's really a good plus in my books here for Chery. Well done, Chery. And then here you've got your all-wheel drive badging, because this is the top of the range version, and it is the plug-in hybrid, in case anyone is walking past your car and wondering what you're driving. But I thought while we're here at the back, take a quick look in the boot, see what boot space we have, and also look at the 2 extra seats right here at the back. So when looking inside the back here, you're going to find, let's see if I can lift this for you. There you go, nothing. You'll find it's probably got a tire repair kit, so there's no spare wheel in this car, unfortunately, but it's got a pretty big boot size. You've got obviously the wheel arches eating into the space over here, but the passengers in the rear, when these 2 seats are up, have got access to some drink holders, but I don't see any specific USB ports for them in the rear, especially if it's for kids. They want to charge up those iPads. Oh, hold on. And keep your kids busy in the back. There we go, there's one. Hopefully this comes up. Oh, no. Okay, I've got to push this one forward. There we go. And 2, 3. Oh. Okay, push this one. How do I push it forward from here? I don't know, let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, there we go. Seat 6 and seat 7. Now let's go take a look at the space in the back here. So it's a pretty big boot. So I've got some stuff over here, I'll move out the way. So pretty big boot. You've got quite a bit of space back here. Now this is a little bit forward for my driving style. But that being said, my knees are still not touching the front of the seat. That's probably more like it would be in my car if I'm driving this thing. So I'll put it like that, and luckily you can adjust it from the side here, so that's pretty cool for your passengers in the rear. Then once you are here, you've got boat load of legroom. Feet can go all the way under, and because there's a flat floor, it makes getting in and out really, really easy. Yes, you do have heated and ventilated seats here in the rear, as well as your own fan to operate the climate control speed, a standard USB and a USB Type-C. So pretty well appointed. Cup holders over there. Otherwise, a pretty nice back seat, even with blinds. And then hopping into the interior, I think here you're going to be pretty pleased with what you're seeing. So it is a very luxurious and premium space to be. Really nice feeling steering wheel. Leather seats, heated, ventilated and massaging. Black all the way around you into the headliner, full panoramic sunroof that can open up as well. I'm not going to do it right now for you, but trust me, it does. Soft squidgy materials up top here, nice like wood elements going across the front just to add that bit of elegance. Some contrasting stainless steel type of plastics over there, also completely down the center console. 50-watt fast wireless charging, which is also really great. And here are some shortcut buttons to the things that you need for the aircon, demisters, as well as to drive the car in electric or hybrid. This is where you'd make that change. And then in front of the driver, you're going to find a full digital display that you can also go and change the things that you want to look at, like this over here. But once you are actually doing navigation, like I would show you when I'm driving, you'd hold this in and it would bring up the full map as to what you're seeing with your directions too. So that's quite nice. And then a really big 15-inch, a little bit bigger than 15-inch screen right here, where you'll be able to do all of your car settings, as well as even look at your full surround camera. Sorry, let's do that and try again. There you go. A full surround camera, which I think looks really nice. And you can obviously focus in on different areas that you want to see, the front, the back, all the way around the side, however you want to. That's really nice, and it covers everything that you need, as well as some smart parking features that are also going to help you park the car, especially if you want to parallel park. The car will do all of that for you, which is quite cool. And then yes, you do have to go through this here to do your whole climate section. You can't really adjust anywhere without that, but that's something we've just come to know and something we just have to accept, because the less buttons inside cars, the less money it's going to cost them to produce. And through the car settings, you will obviously be able to change everything that you need to, from display, sound, all of that stuff, as well as your driver assistance. So you can come in here and toggle all the things on and off that you don't or do want, like forward collision warning, emergency braking, rear collision warning, emergency lane keeping, all that stuff. You can come and turn it on or off. And if you don't want them to beep or not, you can adjust all of that too. So right in front of me, I did tell you that they were going to do a crash test. So that's just happened. We weren't able to film it. Not sure for what reasons, but they did kind of open it up to show us the wreckage afterwards, but more to point out the reason why they did it was to also kind of prove that they're here to kind of show people that their cars are safe and they aren't hiding behind anything, right? So this is also one of the very first actual crash tests to happen in South Africa in the past 20 years. Now, the things that they pointed out to us was the fact that the A pillar, the B pillar, and the C pillar have still remained intact. You can still get into the car, you can still get to your occupants to save them afterwards. All airbags have gone off that should have. The door handles that go flush against the body have all popped out like they should do. The hazards have come on, and there's no petrol that's leaked. So everything that should have happened has happened. So it's, I don't know, it was pretty cool to see, and hopefully instills a little bit of confidence in South Africans with regards to Chery, because yeah, they've just written off 2 of their most expensive cars that they sell. in South Africa. Okay, I also thought I'd introduce you to my co-driver today, Devin.
Hi everyone.
He's also got a YouTube channel, it's called The Car Gay, and you can go check out his channel down in the description of the video. But I thought I'd want to actually get his impressions on this flagship model from Chery. So yeah, man, what are your first thoughts? I know I've been driving you, so
Yeah. Well, I like being passenger princess. No, my overall impressions, it's a fantastic, like you mentioned, fantastic flagship product from Chery. I can tell that a lot of engineering went into it, plenty of tech. They do talk a lot about the fact that they've got, what, 19 different ADAS systems in this car, so definitely safe and perfect for families. When it comes to the overall ride, super impressed. I can tell that there's a lot of engineering that went into this, and I do like the cabin. Everything's logically laid out. Like I said, tech fest, but seated right here in this position with my massage function running.
yes,
I really can't complain. I really can't complain. And then having a great driver behind the steering wheel, chauffeuring me around, can't complain. Really enjoying the overall product and the experience so far. Fantastic. Can't wait to get behind the wheel myself.
Yeah.
Then I'll be able to tell a bit more about the driving dynamics. But
so
yeah.
if you want to hear it from his side of things, you can go check out his channel. And if I had to quickly ask him to change the volume for me, how are you going to do it?
Well, I'm definitely not going to reach for the mode selector, which is big and quite intimidating. I really want to push it or swivel it, but I'm not going to go for that. I think I'm going to swipe from the top of the screen. Yes, that's where I can adjust the volume. It is a bit harder for the passenger. I'm assuming it's a lot easier for you with the steering wheel controls,
Yeah.
but yeah, I want a knob. I like a knob. I am a knob.
Bye.
Cheers.
Now, if you're in the market to get yourself a new car like a Chery, then go check one out on changecars.co.za, South Africa's safest platform to go and buy and sell cars in South Africa. Now, they've also got a really neat feature, which has also been trademarked, called Beat My Quote, where you can bring them a quote from any new car in the country, and if that dealership is not on Change Cars, bring the quote to them, and not only will they match it, but they'll beat it too. So that's how desperately they want to show you how good of a service they can provide. They're going to help you save money, literally. So go check out changecars.co.za. They're also a proud partner of Greg Dennis Reviews. So thank you so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a whole bunch more about the new Chery Tiggo 9 plug-in hybrid. And if you did, please really drop a like below. And if you want to see more videos like this, other car reviews and things in between, then please subscribe. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.